Chelsea have just got to stop buying players, and players have got to stop signing for Chelsea.
Is Chelsea Football Club confused? What's happening at Chelsea FC right now is baffling. It seems the club hasn't learned from last season's mistakes. By the end of last season, a staggering $1 billion had been spent under Todd Boehly's leadership across 3 transfer windows. Despite already having 43 players in the first team, Chelsea is once again on a signing spree. The surprising part? These new signings are mostly inexperienced players who have never played for a top club and seem to lack the winning mentality that Chelsea is famous for. Let's break down this confusion step by step. I don't even know where to begin, whether it's with the manager, Conor Gallagher, Chalobah, the Victor Osimhen transfer saga, or the Cole Palmer 9 years contract. But let's dive in and start unraveling the mess. In the 2023-24 season, Chelsea finished 6th in the Premier League with 63 points, scoring 77 goals and conceding 63. They were just 6 points shy of breaking into the top 4 and securing a Champions League spot, and 3 points ahead of Manchester United, who finished 8th but secured a Europa League place by winning the FA Cup. The club faced significant challenges at the beginning of the season, struggling with losses and trying to find their rhythm. However, things turned around towards the end, with Chelsea picking up more points than any other team except Manchester City and Arsenal in the final 7 games. They secured a thrilling 4-3 win against Manchester United, a 6-0 demolition of Everton, and ended the season on a high note with a 2-1 victory over Bournemouth. As the season concluded, fans believed Chelsea was on the right track. After all, they had climbed from a 12th place finish in the 22-23 season to 6th in 23-24. Many thought Mauricio Pochettino was the right man for the job. The team's rhythm was starting to click, and with the addition of a top striker, a Champions League spot seemed within reach for the next season because Nicholas Jackson missed several key chances that could have boosted the team. After all the positive signs, fans were stunned when it was announced that Pochettino would be leaving the club by mutual consent.
Mauricio Pochettino is leaving Chelsea by mutual agreement.
Really? It seemed clear that the club wasn't interested in bringing in more experienced players. They wanted a manager they could control. Did I just say manager? My apologies. I meant head coach. Well, the fans eventually moved on. The players expressed how much they missed Pochettino. Cole Palmer has this to say: "Gaffer, thank you for everything you have done for me and making my dreams come true. All the best, Mauricio Pochettino." And that chapter closed. The club then brought in a new head coach, someone who would have no say over player signings, a figurehead they could manipulate. The perfect candidate for this role? Enzo Maresca. With a new coach, fans hoped for a change in strategy. Perhaps the acquisition of 1 or 2 experienced players to inject that much-needed winning mentality into the squad. But it quickly became apparent that Todd Boehly and his co-owners are serious businessmen more focused on profits than on building a successful team. All the signings have been young players under the age of 21, like Omari Kellyman, an 18-year-old from Aston Villa, Estevão Willian, a 17-year-old from the Campeonato Brasileiro, and Marc Guiu, the 18-year-old from Barcelona. Despite already having the largest first-team squad in the Premier League, Chelsea continues to stockpile players for another season. Well, let's just hope this season turns out well, and Chelsea fans get to see the likes of Cole Palmer rise from these signings. Now, let's address the academy players saga. We've seen Chelsea attempting to force out homegrown talents like Conor Gallagher and Chalobah. Sure, we understand the financial logic. They need to sell homegrown players to secure pure profit. But there are better ways to manage player departures than by excluding them from preseason tours and stripping them of first-team privileges. The way these academy players are being treated is not just unfair, it's a huge discouragement to other young talents. The message it sends is clear: your loyalty and hard work at Chelsea mean little when the business side of the game takes over. The situation surrounding Conor Gallagher's potential move to Atletico Madrid has become increasingly complicated. One of the key stumbling blocks was the collapse of Chelsea's move for Samu Omorodion, a young forward from Atletico who was expected to join Chelsea as part of the deal. The failed negotiation for Omorodion led to the purchase of João Felix for $46.3 million after much back and forth. This drawn-out saga reflects the broader instability and confusion within Chelsea's transfer strategy, where multiple moving parts can lead to significant disruptions in player movements. Gallagher's situation highlights the challenges of navigating complex multi-club negotiations, especially when financial constraints and other player deals are involved. Chelsea fans could be heading into the new season with high hopes if the club manages to get one crucial thing right: signing Victor Osimhen. The excitement surrounding this potential transfer has been palpable, but it has also been mired in complexities and uncertainties. Last season, Chelsea's biggest problem wasn't creating chances, it was finishing them. Time and again, the team struggled to convert opportunities into goals, with Nicholas Jackson missing numerous chances that could have secured crucial points and possibly a higher league finish. The need for a clinical striker was evident, and Victor Osimhen, with his prolific goal-scoring record, seemed like the perfect solution. However, instead of prioritizing a proven striker like Victor Osimhen to address last season's glaring weakness, the club embarked on another spending spree, focusing on young and inexperienced players. While it's clear that Chelsea's management is focused on building for the future and ensuring profitability, this strategy has left many fans frustrated. Profit is important, but what supporters really want to see are trophies in the cabinet and a return to the club's winning ways. The ongoing uncertainty around Osimhen's transfer has only added to the anxiety. Chelsea's inability to finalize this deal raises questions about whether the club truly understands the urgency of fixing its attacking problems. If the club fails to bring in a striker of Osimhen's caliber, the risk is that the same issues from last season will persist, leaving fans once again disappointed. In the end, Chelsea's success in the upcoming season could hinge on whether they secure a deal for Osimhen or another top-tier striker who can consistently find the back of the net. Without that, all the spending in the world might not be enough to bring back the glory days. It's not all doom and gloom at Chelsea. There have been some promising signings amidst the chaos. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, who played a key role in Enzo Maresca's successful season at Leicester City, is now part of the squad. His experience under Maresca could bring much-needed stability and creativity to Chelsea's midfield. Additionally, the acquisition of Pedro Neto, an experienced Premier League player from Wolves, adds another dimension to Chelsea's attack. Neto's pace, skill, and top-flight experience could be crucial in breaking down stubborn defenses. These signings suggest that Chelsea is not entirely off course. The club is bringing in players with Premier League experience who can make an immediate impact. However, the broader question remains: are these moves enough to steer Chelsea back to the top? Is the club truly heading in the right direction, or are these positive signings merely a silver lining in a much larger cloud of confusion? We'd love to hear your thoughts on Chelsea's current situation. Do you think the club is on the right path, or is there still a lot of work to be done? Do you also think giving Cole Palmer a 9-year contract is a proper move? Share this video with a fellow Chelsea fan, and let's hear what they think too. And of course, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, give this video a like, and stay tuned for more updates. Until next time, goodbye.